So then, Professor Pinnock, how do you run in an environment where people are creeping? Because you all are into the blue ocean perspective strategy, all of that, and you're doing what you're doing and you're innovating, et cetera, but you still have to operate in an environment which has all these lags in different areas, et cetera. What are the implications of operating in that kind of environment on the sustainably successful efforts at moving further into the blue ocean strategy?
Thank you very much. Well, as Fernando said, it's about leapfrogging. Because the fastest way to reverse is to move slow. Because when you're moving at 20 miles an hour, you're moving. But the vehicle ahead of you is going 120 miles an hour. You're reversing. And this is the reality. So it's not just about movement. It's not about working hard. It's about working smarter. You have to look at your core competence and change the game to match your core competence. Because you cannot change the landscape. In fact, you will usually dominate some of the sports. So we take them into the water sport. So we're able to. I just use it. So yeah, it's about your core competence, what your strengths are. And it is important. You have to challenge industry boundaries. You have to have a learning environment where people are allowed and encouraged to make mistakes. Because many times people are afraid to make mistakes, so you don't move. Yes. Our challenge in this country is lack of implementation. It's not a lack of planning. A lot of times, until you step out, you realize when the rubber hits the road, that's when you realize the pace of the game. Be able to think on your feet. Yeah. So it is important to move, and you have to move fast. Speed is not an option. We're in a different world, you have to change the direction. You cannot follow the path. Because right now, the charge we got from our PS and the minister is that we are new as a university. We can change course. So what we are doing, we are shifting this university away from liberal arts and social sciences, which dominate 70% of the higher education space. But the jobs of the future are in the STEM base. So we have better investments in artificial intelligence, in all of these machine learning. These are the areas that we are looking at, how to leapfrog, how put Jamaica in the game. And this is where we are focusing. So coming in the future, you'll see different courses. Because we are taking our graduate study into industry. Your PhD will be solving problems in industry. I'll let them pay for your course. Then how we prove if it's fruitful is when you solve the problem for William. Then we say, William is now worth the tuition. You know, so we have to think differently. We have to think differently. So how do we know universities are locked up in Kingston? And thanks to NCEL and Mandeville. How do we now reach the rest of Jamaica? So we're working on CMU Mobile. How to take these mobile labs, to take STEM education, which cannot be taught in a regular classroom, to take them on 40-foot trailers. So you'll see quite a few of them traversing the roads of Jamaica over the next few years. You know, taking STEM education directly into the heart of where it's needed. So we have to change the game. We have to challenge the assumptions. And I want to tell you that coming into education, I came in academia through the back door. I see it as a business. So I can tell you, when I look, I must say it's an industry in a lot of ways. Because many times we can't see what we have because we are complaining that we don't get more. And just like
why you look so happy?
Just like in the business world, William will tell you he has to do more with less. So we have to learn to do more with less. And one of the challenges I'm facing now, I can just share this with you. At CMU for this semester, we are shifting many of our programs online. But the online is not to put your PowerPoint presentation and call it online. And you still have to come. We're going to move everything online on a platform that's driven by AI. You can do your exam, everything online, so you don't have to be there. So in that paradigm, we are shifting the role of our lecturers from delivery of service, which is the knowledge, which is now on Google, to now facilitating, and now doing applied research and solving the nation's and industry problems.